Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try and do this again because Louise Ellis has been in the kitchen rattling the dishwasher for the last 5 minutes. So we're going to do empties. This is face. There will be everything else in part 2, which is going to be body, hair, fragrance, makeup. I'm sure I've left something out, probably the odd deodorant thrown in, let's face it. We have cleansers, eye creams, mists, serums. I mean, they're talking. They're so used to me doing an Instagram live and saying, yeah, don't worry, it doesn't matter. They're just going to yap all the way through my video, so it's fine. Moisturisers, mask, SPF and lip. We'll crack on. Let's just start with my own. Why not? Cheap plug. Skin Rocks, the cream cleanser. Now, this is obviously not the only one I have used, but all of the others that I've used are in lab sample packaging, which I can't show you, but imagine this in a white tube. But I can't show you that because it's got labels on. But obviously, I use this every day. What else do I need to tell you? 8 amino acids, squalane oil, jojoba seed oil. So I've gone through fragrance free. To be honest, I get on so well with this that I just grab whatever's nearest in the office. I haven't actually cut the tube. I can't bring myself to cut the tube of my own product. Don't talk to me about why, it's just a psychological block. But that's Skin Rocks, the cream cleanser. And then one that you've perhaps seen 50,000 times before, the ordinary squalane cleanser. I reckon I'm going to get a little bit out the bottom here, but by the time I film this again in 2027, it'll definitely be empty. These I do cut. So you can see it's air, look. These I do cut in half. Scoop out the bottom first, put the top over the top, and I'll get at least another week out of that one as well. Love it. My skin type, by the way, if you haven't watched before, is basically mature, unlike my personality. Little dry. I've got to get it in before someone else says it. Little dry, like my alcohol, and dehydrated, basically, the usual. So if you have really young, oily, bouncy boobs and a face, you might find that you don't need these. However, this you'll be fine with. Squalane you'll find a bit too oily. They make better cleansers for an oilier skin. DDG, Dr. Dennis Gross, Hyaluronic Marine Melt Away Cleanser. There's this bit at the bottom. Can you see this? So again, this is like a week. You might be able to see, but it's completely see-through. Look. Ta-da! This does take everything off, although I do tend to use it as a skin cleanser. Even though it's called Melt Away Cleanser, I will use it to remove SPF, but I don't use this to remove makeup. It's a psychological blog. See what I did there? Freudian slip. It's a psychological block. You're right there, you're right. This is suitable for all. And then, Hydra Cream Fusion from Mesoestetic. Now look, I just bought them. I bring them onto an empties like this because if I was to cut them in half, it would be very, very messy in this beautiful collector's item box that I have here.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
But this is Hydra Cream Fusion, Mesoestetic, Nourishing Cream to Oil Cleanser, Postbiotic and Anti-Pollution. Now again, I put this onto dry skin. I add a little bit of water and then I massage it through, but I don't use it to take my makeup off. In fact, the only ones really out of the ones I've shown so far that I would use to take makeup off are these two, and I'd prioritise Skin Rocks because the squalane can be a bit stingy on the eye if I'm wearing the wrong mascara. I don't know why, it can be. This one again, you'll have heard of more than once. The After Show Treatment Cleanser for Sensitive Skin. It's a bit mullered. Got a bit of air in there, but there's nothing left in this. This is done. This is Jordan Samuel. We love him. He made this particular one for us with the yellow because he's a lovely man. This is for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free. If you're in the Freaks group, you'll know that people are obsessed with the cream and obsessed with him. The unique gel to oil formula, I'll just say saying cream, gel to oil formula, uses olive, jojoba and grapeseed oils to help remove every trace of makeup, including hard to remove stage makeup. See what he did there? Because if you don't know, Jordan is an ex-ballerina. Hence all of his routines and products having some kind of name related to the stage. The After Show Treatment Cleanser. We love you, Jord. All skin types. And then my favourite cleanser brand as a whole of all time, and I've got more than this, and again, I think there's a couple at home, but Softening Cleanser and Nourishing Oil Cleanser from Tata Harper. Not the cheapest. I don't want to get into it again. There are others here that are more affordable, but I love, love, love Tata Harper cleansers. By far my favourite thing that she makes. I've used them for years, to the point now I could say over a decade. The Nourishing Oil Cleanser is easily my favourite. I use the softening because it came in and it was lovely, and it's for sensitised skin. My skin isn't particularly sensitised. But the Nourishing Oil Cleanser in terms of makeup removal, SPF removal, giving your face a little quick cleanse in the morning is delicious. Again, not the cheapest. And I was going to, oh look, here's another one. This is the Clarifying Blemish Prone Skin. And you see, I don't have blemish prone skin. But again, gorgeous cleansers. Love Tata Harper cleansers, have done for years. Don't really see the brand around as much now. So I'm hoping they're just sort of just being quiet as opposed to doing something or going somewhere. But yeah, that's it for cleansers. Right, I've only got 2 mists. So that's how we know that I've probably lost one. Or there's one in my, I know there's one in my gym bag and I know there's one in my car, but Curel. I have used other mists. I've definitely used up Tatcha. I've definitely used up a Tata, all the teas actually. This is my most used mist. It is. Yeah, and I'm forever trying to flag to people when it goes on offer in Boots and things like that. But Curel Deep Moisture Spray, job well done. Love it. It's probably going to be in my forever. And let's face it, it's obviously a desert island mist, just with my brew next to it, just to monitor it there. Eye creams, savage. I didn't realise how much eye cream I used until I came to do this. There's 3 types, like that noise, but there's 5 eye creams, and it's been 6 months since I did an empty, since I last did an empty. So that gives you an idea of what I'm playing with. Tatcha, the Silk Peony, looks like this. I can't show you what it actually looks like because it's completely empty. It does have a faint whiff, but it's just a really nice rich cream. My eyes get really dry, so I need something hydrating or nourishing or both. I don't really go for like a super fine cream that just targets fine lines or just targets dark circles. It's not for me. I need like an all-rounder. I either want comfort and instant hydration or a bit more of a nourishing kick. This is lovely. Melting eye cream, moisturising Japanese white peony. Do you need an eye cream if you're 20? Probably not. Do you want to use one? Totally up to you. If budget's an issue, you can get more affordable eye creams. And if your age isn't a concern, not that it should ever be, but then you don't need to stretch an eye cream if you don't want to. I, however, am obsessed. Next up is another one that won't be a surprise to you. It's completely empty. Kate Somerville Line Release. Let's see if I can... Oh, listen to that. It's pathetic. Nothing. I love this. I love the feel of this. It feels like silk on the skin, but it feels not like silk. It feels like a nice heavy chiffon. Silk is almost too light. I need a bit more oomph. I just love it. Again, because of the price of this, especially if you are younger and your eyes aren't a point of concern for you, I'm not for a second suggesting they should be. It is probably not necessary. If you are older and you wake up and you go, oh God, my eyes look like shite, you might appreciate what that brings to the table. Now, clearly I have a habit with my most used, and I know why. It's because I'm lazy and I enjoy instant gratification. Sunday Riley Autocorrect. There's 3. Can I get... Nope, that's done. Number 1. Can I get a squidge? Nope, that's done. Number 2. Can I get... Oh, there we go. I got a last bit. If I show you the shine, and I use shine in a good way. They'll say glow, but it's almost like a shine. Now look at my hand. Look. There's like a iridescent effect. So when you put it on, you get instant gratification, instant brightening. It does target fine lines and wrinkles. But if you're someone whose eyes look fairly sallow, yellow, if they look like 2 sunken bags of treasure, you might appreciate what this glow brings to your skin in the morning. I know I do. So autocorrect, brightening and depuffing eye contour cream, which for me makes it a perfect AM eye cream. I can use any eye cream, obviously, but autocorrect is brilliant as an all-in-one because you can use it in the morning for those effects, depuffing, brightening, but you can also use it for the dark circles and fine lines, and you can sleep in it. There's no SPF in it. In any of these, I don't really like an SPF eye cream, if I'm being honest, unless I'm on holiday. That's the 5 eye products. I've got 2, well, 1 serum / moisturiser. So the first one is Retinoid 2, the refill. Obviously, I have been using our Retinoid for a couple of years-ish, on and off, while I'm testing everything else. But I've been trying to keep the original bottle and just use the refill bottle because, obviously, you want to practice what you preach. So this, to me, is my no-brainer nighttime treatment. So it's maintenance, It's, I can't be bothered, to be honest. If I can't be bothered, I'm going to wash my face. If I can be bothered, I'll mist it and I'll put this on, and that's pretty much me done. Obviously, it comes in the pack, which is like this. So I don't have the empty bottle to show you this because I'm refilling mine at home. This slots into this. And so that's what it normally looks like. You wouldn't use it like this because you want to keep it airtight. So that's that one. And then Kate Somerville Peptide Kate. I feel like we could do Empties bingo here and we would have had a full house because we're getting through them. The only thing that's missing is like an Emma Hardy cleanser from what I can see. But Peptide Kate Power Cream, the reason I struggle to say it is because it's always going to be deep tissue repair to me. Anyway, don't dwell. Is amazing. I love it. It's a moisturiser, but it's not. It's more than a moisturiser, as you can tell, because again, it's not at the more affordable end of the scale. However, you do not need this if you're in your 20s and you lead a healthy lifestyle and you go to the gym and you don't smoke and you don't drink. If, however, you're not Julie Andrews, you might need some kind of extra benefit to your skin. If you are older, you will, I think, definitely see the benefit of using this. I love it. If you ever see it on offer, just buy it. Trust me. Hashtag not an ad. But there. Moisturisers I can really go to town with because I have a few. Now, I have 4 Skin Rocks moisturisers. These have all been used at varying times depending on, oh look at that, it's even. I didn't even check how even it was. I've got 2 fragranced and 2 fragrance free. If I have been, if my skin's really dry, or when I had a chest infection early in the year, and you know when you're really like dry and flaky and a bit snotty, my skin really wanted fragrance free. It didn't like any fragrance. But normal day to day, I love our fragrance moisturiser. They are exactly the same product. The only difference is of the fragrance ingredient. So this is fragrance free. It's got FF there. This is fragranced, and just a really beautiful moisturiser for all. I mean, what else can you say? It's fabulous. And don't forget, I keep telling you how much to use. Use this much. And then Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. This is mullered. Actually, that's quite disgusting. I'm going to throw that out before so I don't have to touch it again. It looks like that because I wanted to leave a bit, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's definitely not one to be using now. So I'd say that I probably had that at the end of Jan when we filmed the last Empties, and I just didn't add it to the mix. But this is soothing, nourishing overnight. You put it on, it feels slightly richer than, say, the Skin Rocks moisturiser. It's definitely richer than Tatcha's. Oh, that's the polishers. I was about to go like that then, and I thought they were all there, but they're not. They were. I really need to sort your shells out. How many times am I going to say that? It's shocking. I'm just going to have to come in. Anyway, they're all fairly like on the lighter side and water-based, and this isn't. It's richer, but it's not greasy and it's not heavy, and it doesn't make me wake up with whiteheads as some richer moisturisers do. So I'm going to put those there like that. Aren't they pretty? I'm getting through them. SPF. Now, I've got more than this. Let me get these over here. I've got more than this. You'll be shocked and stunned, I'm sure, to see an empty cut open ultraviolet. Not, like I say, I'll try and keep them nice for you, but essentially, and also once you've done this, you need to use it up within a couple of days because it's exposed and you don't want it. I mean, it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like this. So ultraviolet supreme screen. I do now have the super size of this, so it will take me longer to get through it. I was just seeing if there's another one here, but I know I've taken them home. But I love this. Chemical SPF, as certain parts of the industry would say. I think everything's a chemical, but whatever. But it's a fantastic SPF, SPF 50+. I know if you live in the States, you can't get it. Please don't shout at me. It's not my fault. Oh, it doesn't mean I'm not going to use it because you can't get it. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Tilbury. I love this too. Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer. Smoother looking skin plus daily defense SPF 50 PA4+. Does it have to be such a long bloody name? I don't think it does. Basically, it's an SPF 50. Really, really nice. Apply on its own after your magic skincare or under foundation. I mean, you got to love that Charlotte has no qualms about using the phrase magic skincare, but there we are. This is a bit of a primer stroke. Again, it's chemical based. It does not leave a cast on a darker skin tone. Bit of a primer stroke SPF. So there is glow, Both of these give you glow. So if you are really oily combination, you wake up and you feel like you're a bit greasy, you're not going to appreciate these the way that you do if you're a tad older. But the glow up from this is real, and from this, but this is also designed to sort of not mattify the skin, but sort of smooth over the canvas of your skin. I very much like, my hand's covered. Oh, it's just lovely. Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, SPF 30, looks like this. Now, I tried to leave a bit of this as well. Let me just, it might be, okay, this is very, very different to the others. It's more like a primer. It's more like a silicone base. And when you do this, you get almost a mattified, comfortable skin, but not uncomfortable mattified, and actually not completely, not like you've been powdered, just not super, super shiny. Goes on like a dream. The only caveat I'll say with this is if you wear a primer or a foundation that's quite heavily siliconed, they may not play well together because you probably get some pilling. But, I mean, it absorbs beautifully. It's a beautiful thing. So that's the three. Like I say, the other reason I don't have as many serums, for example, serums, mists, acids, and SPF, I'm testing constantly. And if I'm testing them and they're not on the market yet, either ours or not ours, I'm not going to put them in Empties. But eventually they'll probably come to fruition and you'll see them. Lips. I know I've got 2 Empties of these at home. So again, Desert Island. Tilbury Magic Lip Oil. They are both dead. I can see you, Simon. I love it. Some people think it's not enough. I find it's just enough. It goes on like a dream. You can just do it without needing a mirror. I don't really like to use a lot of tinted lip products unless I've got a mirror handy, and that's not always a possibility. Where this is an oil, but it doesn't go on as heavy, is odd, because this one, the Honeydew Lip Mask from Then I Met You, I do love, but it comes out quite heavy-handed. And oh, there's a bit left. Oh, it's quite runny. It's not normally that runny. It's because it's been in a box for how long? This is like a traditional lip balm, bit stickier. Does still smell okay, but this is super shine. And weirdly, this is shinier than this, and this is an oil. It just shows you can't go by what people name their product until you've tried it on your skin. But highly recommend both. Have used both. Love both. No brainer. I do feel like it's difficult because if I was to show you everything I'm testing, we'd be here for 3 hours. And to show you Empties is to show you things. It's almost like the same foods. Like we all tend to eat similar foods. I tend to use the similar products all the time because they're my favorite for a reason. But I will answer any questions I can below. We are going to do hair and body now, which will be a much more of a mammoth task. But thank you for joining, and I will see you soon.